And I'm at the next installment of Ezekiel Kralen's story about the two little dogs, Lucky and Flacco, and this is titled Lucky Me. Ezekiel Kralen wrote, Email correspondence, March 29th and 30th. Subject, now get this. Continued, date March 29th, evening. He continued to put up a stink, even though I handed him back the rags, which he took, but instead of using them on the pups, he began to polish an extra pair of sneakers that were stored in the cart. I only need one, Deke, I said, and held out my hand. He quieted down by then, almost seeming a bit ashamed for his behavior, and gave me one of the rags, so I could finish drying off the Brindlekin before returning upstairs. As I was getting the supply of doggy victuals packed away, he called up to my window again. You may as well bring them a meal. They're acting like they're hungry. I said okay, and did that too. Brought out their meals and a bowl of water first. Where's the dog food supply and my chip? He queried. I don't have 5 arms, Deke. Just wait 2 more minutes, please, I replied, returned to my room, gathered up the items and brought them downstairs, whereupon I hugged and pet the mutts once more, seeing as it was such a brief visit this time around. Deke was still fussing with those sneakers. He seemed glad to give me a bit more time to adore Flacco and Lucky. A few minutes later, he inserted the updated chip into his speaker and announced, Okay, we got to go now. I sure wish you could give me $10 or $20 today. I wish I could too, I replied, but the well is dry until next month. I only have food in my pantry and fridge to last me till my next deposit. Deke sighed and said, That's okay, no problem. Yes, it is a problem, I japed, for both of us. I then said, But it's always good to see you and the dogs, and wished him happy trails. They took off in a flash toward Noe Street and I guess beyond, maybe back to his cabin. Upon returning hovel, I stopped to check my mailbox, and that's when I discovered a thickly stuffed legal-sized envelope from KNYO and Shields, P.C., at 1870 Market Street, Suite 1043. I had no idea who that is, nor did I think it had anything to do with my lawsuit. I didn't open it until I got inside my room to discover that blasphemous summons. So there you go, Watson, and I still have to catch up with my reports from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Coming up soon, signed Zeke K. Holmes. Addendum. Darn it, I left a choice part out of today's meetup, and here goes. Before they took off, I told Deke I purchased a gift for him at Amazon, from Amazon, and it should arrive in 2 days. Really? What, a jumpsuit like the one you gave me last year? He really liked that gear, though it wasn't a jumpsuit. It was a jogger's outfit. He saw me wearing it one day, jet black, shiny jacket and pants with bright orange piping, and begged for it day and night until I passed it on to him. Needless to say, he no longer had it 4 days later, and I never got to see him wearing it. Nope, it's a surprise. You'll just have to wait, I replied. It would have made a great birthday gift had I thought of it months ago, but maybe it's just as well, because you were still out on the streets and you'd lose it in a few days. What do you mean by that? He queried, so I stated the obvious. Since you now have a homestead, you won't lose stuff so much, and I'd really like you to keep this gift I bought you for a good long time. So is it clothing of some kind? He continued, like a jacket, a T-shirt? No, but quit guessing. I'm not going to give you any more clues, I said as I held the front gate open, about to enter. But I know you're going to like it, I added, before shutting the gate and disappearing from their world. He was still calling to me with questions, but I ignored him as I climbed the stairs. The gift, Watson, is a bicycle toolkit in a pouch. It has all the tools you need. He asked if I had a wrench the other day, but no, I didn't. He needs to work on his bike and has to ask around the streets for this or that tool before he can do anything. P.S. A P.S. to an addendum. I just came back from Maury's shop to pick up a packet of frozen ravioli. Then on my return homeward, I bumped into Heimdall, the friendly Viking vagrant. I told him how good it is to see him again. Asked how he's doing, and he responded in kind. When he asked how my day went, I gave him a quick outline of this dude trying to sue me for the false claim he was attacked and bitten by the dogs. By the pups. He picked up on it right away. Said, another drama queen. Stupid fucker, tell him to turn that frown upside down. I agreed with him, said I'll get working on it pronto. He said he had to get out somewhere, so we wished each other a lovely night and parted ways. Our sudden meet-up was as if he, as my bodhisattva guardian, appeared at just the right time to give me a boost. He also asked how Deke's doing, which was nice too. I felt like he was waiting right at that corner for me to show up, because that's where he was, just standing there playing his music. Re, they're going for the jugular. Re, the lawsuit. Date March 29th, nighttime. Watson wrote, "The bastard's trying to claim all sorts of emotional damage, aiming for big bucks. Rabies shots? For fuck's sake." I replied, "A blatantly frivolous lawsuit. Were he so badly injured, he would have taken action swiftly and not file a grievance 10 months later. I'm just concerned a crooked lawyer and or judge could rule against me anyway. That would wreck everything I have going with Deke and all the immense work I've put into helping him. It would wreck everything for both of us." The plaintiff was behaving absolutely hysterical, as any nasty drama queen would. Anyway, I posted my email to my attorney, who said we can talk tomorrow. I don't know if she's looked over those summons pages yet. I posted back to her and said, "Okay, what time should I call you or drop on by?" So I'm waiting on that and wondering if she'll say I need a different lawyer for this complaint, as her agency is focused on eviction matters. Funny thing, though, she said she didn't receive that email with all the links, just the second one I sent, because I forgot to include the cover page, so I posted the first email again. A Blah Blah Realty is also listed as a defendant, so they have a vested interest in standing up for me. At least I hope so. I can't be sued, but they can. Well, I'm sure Ms. Elvinsborn will look into the plaintiff's attorney and maybe find some dirt, as she did for a Blah Blah's attorney. You know what, Watson? I don't think our punky little plaintiff is being honest to the attorney he's selected. And when he or she finds that out, I don't think they'll be pleased. P.S. To my chagrin, I'm going to have to leave the details of these new lawsuit matters out of my tales for now. Damn it. But since I've changed the names of all parties involved, perhaps I can get away with it. Let me think about this. Subject: last Friday night, a non-Deke report, date March 30th. Whilst listening to the latest Memo of the Weird podcast and preparing my evening repast of whole wheat pita bread stuffed with Swiss cheese, roasted bell pepper strips, and pitted Kalamata olives, I suddenly realized I was out of soda. But since I skipped the musical interludes anyway, I bided my time till the next melody played its catchy tune, then dashed outside to Rosenberg's to purchase a 2-liter bottle of Canada Dry zero-sugar ginger ale. But guess who was there sprawled aslant on the bus stall's floppy seats in the dark of night, diddling with a smartphone, and who glanced up at me through thick lenses as I approached, though I had hoped it would have been otherwise. Please note, it's impossible not to approach the stall, since there was no other route to avoid walking by that spot. If you've made Hotel California North your home, and Rosenberg's Liquor, Snack, and Sundry almost corner shop your destination, while you could exit via the back door on 16th Street, but I was not aware there was someone right outside for whom it would be wise to avoid until it was too late to reverse my steps, and you got to return through the front gate anyway, unless you keep the back door ajar somehow, maybe with an empty soda can. But I've never been bold enough to try that, thanks to the security camera roosting on a window ledge nearby. So just who was this scalawag I had wished to steer clear of that night, or any other night or day for that matter? Scooter. Lucky me. To be continued.